Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another edition of Ask WillMac. Today, I've got a very interesting topic for you. It's actually, it seems like kind of a simple question, but it's going to get interesting real fast. So, Elizabeth Bradley said she sent a question. She texted me a question. Why 45-minute workouts? Well, that's a really good question, right? Because bodybuilders, right, can be in the gym for 3, 4, 6 hours. Are they getting the best workout? If you guys remember, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, you remember 8-minute abs? You can knock out an ab exercise or whole ab workout, 8 minutes, whole ab workout, you're done. There's countless products, made for TV or as seen on TV products talking about 20 minute workout. You need to do this for 15 minutes a day and you'll be okay. Well, why then do we work out for 45? Is it just to make us feel good? And actually the answer is quite a bit more complicated than that. And I don't know if I've actually ever delved really deeply into this topic with anybody but Abby, maybe a couple other trainers. So the thing, even as of about 5 years ago, was hour workouts. My training sessions, my one-on-one training sessions were an hour. The original willpower classes, which took place at Lifetime in a Lifetime group exercise room, were an hour. But the problem with working out, you know what? I'll save that for later. Here's why we work out very intensely for 45 as opposed to not very intensely for a lot longer than that. It's all about what's called EPOC. EPOC. It's an acronym for excess post-oxygen consumption. Really, that's a fancy way of saying recovery. Okay? What EPOC is it's an elevation in your metabolism. It's going to cause your body to burn calories recovering from your highly intense workout. Think about it as an engine cooling down. Okay, if you like just run to get gas and come back, your engine's probably not going to get too hot. You might look at your temperature gauge and it might go up, a little bit, but it probably won't even get to halfway if you go a mile down the road and back. Now, if you take your car and you go on the interstate and you take a half-hour drive somewhere and a half-hour drive back, it's going to take your engine quite a bit longer to cool down, right? Well, that's why high intensity exercise is so effective, is not only because of what you're doing while you're working out, but what your body has to do to recover from that high intensity strength building, strength training, cardiovascular training, conditioning. Okay. Exercise that uses more oxygen burns more calories. So if you can, what I always love, breathing hard because we push weights, and that means we are simultaneously, and I say this a lot of times when we're working out, we're simultaneously building strength while we're burning a lot of calories, right? We're using resistance to breathe hard, and the more oxygen that you are using, the more calories you are burning. Okay. Resistance training, and this comes from the American Council on Exercise. Okay, they have a personal training certification. I don't have it, but I'm very familiar with a lot of things that they teach in their certification. But resistance training with short rest intervals leads to a higher EPOC effect. Okay, so resistance training, bands, weights, body weight, anything you're using for resistance, and then we're going right into another exercise, is the optimal way to reach EPOC, or excess post-oxygen consumption. EPOC is influenced by intensity of a workout, not the duration. So that's why we're not, doing 10 shoulder presses, setting the weights down and breathing and talking and telling jokes, and then picking them up and doing another 10 reps and set them down and listen to a song or something like that. Now, there's types of training, there's types of goals where that type of training is effective to get there. But for the general public, for the general population, we really only need an intense 45 minutes. We don't need to be in the gym for 2 flipping hours. It just, I got more things to do than that, and I'm a trainer. You know what I mean? Like, my world revolves around fitness, but I just don't have the time to spend 2 hours working out. I just don't. There was a time in my life I did. Today, this stage of my life, I got a kid, I got a family, I got another one on the way, I got a business to run. I don't have that kind of time. 45 minutes of intense interval training is really all you need. Here's how I'm going to sum up talking about EPOC, excess post-oxygen consumption, is to reach optimal EPOC, or when you reach optimal EPOC, you will burn 15% of the calories you burn working out. So let's just say for math's sake, let's say you burned 100 calories in your workout. Now, in a regular willpower workout, we're going to burn between 350 and 450, depending on what the workout is. But for math's sake, let's say you burned 100 calories. You are going to spend 15% more. You're going to spend 15% of the calories you burned during the workout just recovering. Okay? So that means if you burn, for every 100 calories you burn, you'll burn 15 calories recovering, right? So if you burn 350 calories, you're talking about 52 calories additionally just recovering, right? And that's not, I'm not talking about your basal metabolic rate, so we all burn calories just keeping yourself, just breathing, just being alive, your body just working. You already burn calories. You're going to burn 50 more calories on top of your basal metabolic rate, on top of the calories you burned. I mean, you're just going to be a calorie burning machine, baby, as long as you do willpower workouts. I know I got kind of complicated there. Let me tell you briefly why we went from an hour to 45-minute workouts. Is if you are working out, the harder you're working out, the more fatigued you're going to become, the more tired you're going to become. In turn, that's going to make you a little less stable, and that's going to put you at higher risk for injury. So if you can reach optimal EPOC in 45 minutes, you're really not doing yourself a whole ton of good working out for another 15 minutes intensely. And in fact, you're actually putting yourself at greater risk of injury, turning an ankle, popping a ligament, tearing a muscle. And those are just things that we don't want to do. I always tell people the number one goal of the Willpower program is to be able to come back and work out tomorrow. I would rather sacrifice 15 minutes that we don't really need to enhance the workout than put everybody at risk of being hurt. So that is why we work out for 45 minutes. And great question, Elizabeth. And Abby will be back to Ask WillMac tomorrow. And we'll actually be talking about what to expect when the Willpower Studio opens back up. So thanks a lot, guys, for joining me. I appreciate it. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.